Here are the styrene sheets that I use by this brand Evergreen Scale Models. There is the thickness and everything you will need if you want to replicate exactly what I'm doing. Hello everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to make body kits for Hot Wheels. Yes, finally somebody making a YouTube video on how to make these things. There's quite a few people out there doing it, but nobody really shows you how to do it. That's what I'm here for. Alright, this is my Chem Block 65 Mustang I'm working on. You see I got a lot of work already done to it. But we're just going to go ahead and dive right into it. I've got my styrene sheet, which is one of the materials I said that you would need to make this. I already pre-cut it. I will show you how you measure it though. For me, I take my ruler and if I don't have side skirts like this one does, I usually just measure about how far I want these fender flares to stick out. I set it on the ruler, measure it out, and then I cut it out on my styrene sheets. Now, what I usually do on the length of the styrene sheets this way though, is I cut them about an inch. Inch is just about right for every fender well. It usually leaves a little extra. You can shave it off if you don't need it. But anyways, it's already pre-cut, so we're going to dive right into it. You're going to take your styrene sheet, and for me, what I do is I'm going to grab my super glue here, and just very lightly put a coat of super glue up in all the wheel wells. Give the styrene sheet something to stick to. And now you're also going to use a Sharpie. And the Sharpie is not to mark anything. It's actually to hold the styrene sheet in place on the car, and so that it takes the natural shape of the wheel wells here. Works great. So you're going to take your sheet, put it inside the wheel wells, line it up where you want it. It's right there. Take your Sharpie, put it inside. This is where you do your last minute kind of tweaking and aligning on it, as far as making sure that it's all sitting even inside. Right. There you go. So now you're gonna set that there. I usually find something moderately heavy that it's not going to ruin anything to set on top. You can set your ruler on top of it right there. Hold it down. Going to let that dry, guys. Alright guys, as you can see here, I've let the super glue dry for a while. I set my ruler on top of an eraser on top of the car, and now we can lift it up. You can see how the has taken shape of the fender wells just perfectly, in my opinion. Got it all lined up there. You can see. Now what I like to do, just as a precaution, I put this back on the car. I retake my super glue over here, and I like to run some super glue down the inside of this car, right in here, and just kind of let it run down the sides. We're going to come into the other side. To me, this just reinforces the styrene sheets to the car. Give it that extra grab to the car, so whenever you go to cut the extras out, you really don't have to worry about the styrene sheet pulling away from the car. Alright, now we're going to set that back down. Probably just set the ruler on top of it for now, just to hold it down, make sure that nothing else comes loose. Alright guys, I let the car sit overnight just to make sure that it was not going to be wet at all whenever I come back to work on it. Alright, so now we're going to take out all of this extra stuff right here. What I personally like to do, it's a lot faster I think, is I take my scissors here and I just cut out the big chunks first, just the main parts of it, like this.
Boom, there it goes. So just get that out of the way. And this is where you're going to take your X-Acto knife here. And I take it right along the frame in here. I literally run the edge of the blade right up against the metal. And I just start sawing away all that extra stuff. Sometimes you gotta go back and forth on these. Start on one side and then go to the other. So there's most of it out. Now I just go back over it one more time, just to really make sure that I got all the stuff off of it, so that these body lines on the inside line up exactly with the metal. Alright, I've got all the extras trimmed off now. So if you look at the actual Ken Block car, you will notice that his fender flares do not completely go around the fender well. I've got this one already cut off. Lines up right with that body line of the car. That's where his end leaves the tire sticking out right here. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife, line it up with that body line, and I'm just going to slice it right off. So I got that one cut. I come over to this side, line it up with the body line, and we cut in. And you take your X-Acto knife, cut away all the extras. Now this is the difficult part on the inside right here. You gotta try to get this stuff that's already really well glued onto the car off the car. So I go ahead and I crease it, cut all the way through it with my knife. Make sure I can get a really good cut into those. And I take my knife on the back side of it and I push down. Sometimes it just doesn't want to work with you. Be very careful not to stab yourself here. It's really easy. Anyways, you guys get the point. That is how you make the body parts, or the kind of the supports to these wide body kits or certain body kits. Is you always start off with the styrene sheets. Alright guys, so you've got your styrene sheets on there, you've got your body kit all made out, but you want to kind of add some more to it. You want to add maybe make it wide, or you want to just mold your own bumper here. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to take your this putty stuff here. You can buy it at Hobby Lobby, or any hobby store really has it, but I got mine from Hobby Lobby. And if you wanted to make like a wide body kit, like on these flares here, you just take the putty and you'd put it along there and make it as wide as you want. But for me, I want to fill in this front bumper area. You can kind of see just a little bit there. I want to make it a smooth incline up to the front bumper. So first I'm just going to take my putty and I'm going to run it across there and fill in that entire gap. And always put extra putty, because more than likely you're going to have to redo it again anyways and add more. So always put extra on, because you can sand it away. Alright, so I've got my putty on there, and now you can take a any sort of really flat surface. I'm just using an old gift card here that I have, and I take it and I'm gonna kind of pull away all the excess putty that I don't really need. I've already got a pretty smooth finish going there. Not gonna have to do a whole lot of sanding. I like the way that's looking. And boom. And guys, from here, all you do is you sand it out, make it nice and smooth, and paint it. That's it. That is how you make your custom body kits for all your different type of scale modelings. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button now. I'm going to be making a ton more videos like this. Also going to be showing you guys some different cars that I've built, some of my personal customs. I've done quite a lot of them. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like all the pictures, leave a comment if you'd like, and have a great day.